Good evening, traders. My name is Paul Clevitt, and I'm the author of the SignalTrader Forex trading system, which is what you're looking at right now. This is the main trading screen. This is MetaTrader 4, so it comes as a set of plugins for MetaTrader 4. And we've got two, basically, I only have two charts open. I trade all the currencies, all the major currency pairs with two charts. And I'm going to show you how that works. So that's quite a unique way of doing things. So starting off with this screen here, this is the robot screen. This would show you, if we had any trades on, which we haven't at the moment, it would show you the pips, the stop loss, pips, risk, everything in pips, which is quite unusual, of your open trades. It's also got a robot, and the robot kind of works like this, and this is quite a long, okay, get ready for some rules, because the robot is very sophisticated. First of all, the robot can work out risk reward. It does it by, the first thing we do is we only trade if we're above the 50 period moving average on the daily chart, we trade long. If we're below it, we trade short. That's the first thing. So in this case, we're looking at New Zealand yen, okay, and New Zealand yen is and it's kind of plots a kind of you can see it's a kind of trend plot, okay, and basically it shows some targets. So there's a first target there, so that long target there, which is actually broken through, and there's the second target. In fact, it broke through it and came straight back down again. Now, so Strobot uses SignalTrader trading system, and the robot uses fractals to calculate those targets. Let me just flip charts. Now you notice I've got one screen. I've got some controls on here. I'm going to show you those now. So I can either just scroll through the charts just by clicking on these arrows here. You can see that it goes in order. So you know that thing you do when you set up MetaTrader and you go through all the charts, don't you? And you try and set it all up so that they're all in the right order. And it's very difficult to do. So, but you don't have to do that anymore with this. So basically, what we can do is to just move that up there. We can basically just scroll through the different currency pairs. I don't need to do this actually because the robot will tell me anyway anything of interest. Here's one that's quite interesting. We've got, you can see we've got GBP and Swiss franc, and these lines here. This is the SignalTrader massive indicator, which is great fun. And what we're basically doing is we're looking for, let's just go up here a little bit. So basically, SignalTrader massive looks for crosses. Okay, so let me give you an example, a better example than this. Scrolling through. Okay, here's one with a short target. Okay, so let's look at for a cross. Okay, here's a cross. Here's a cross here. Okay, now if you look up here, you see there it's below the 50 period moving average. Probably would have taken a trade here, and that's its target down there, and it's actually nearly at the target. If the pair broke through the target, then we go for the second target, which is tiny. So probably Strobot wouldn't take that because the risk reward, you see it calculates up here, risk reward based on the stop it thinks it needs. It uses average true range weighted with a moving average to calculate its stops. The risk reward's too small. Okay, so it won't take that trade. So let's see if we can find one where it says good to go at the top there. So if you do that, let's just click through this one. So there's one that's in extension. Again, risk reward's too small. Here's quite a good one. Good to go. There you go. Good to go. Stop 77 pips. I like longer term trades myself. So it's broken out of there. So there's the second target. Look at this trade. So that's going to go to here. Now the entry is actually back here. So Strobot would have taken a long here. Okay, so what we're waiting for now is we're waiting for a pullback because it'll waiting for a pullback here, so it'll probably come back again at some point. I would have thought back to sort of there, and then we'll look to take a long up there, but it's not time yet. Strobot, of course, has perfect timing. It only looks for trades at 3 minutes past the hour and 33 minutes past the hour because we want to avoid news, but we want to get the effects of the news if there is any. Okay, so I'm just going to go and scroll through this away. Good to go, stop. Here's another one. This is quite a good trade. You can see it's been hanging around today. In fact, we are close to getting a trade on this. If that pair crosses there, there's enough. We've got a stop of just 39 pips to here. First target's down here at 65 pips. The second target is way down here. Loads and loads of space. So here's our first trade there, and there's our second trade there. Okay, so Strobot will take that, he'll sort that out for us, so we don't have to worry about it. So that's part of it. That's basically, you can see it's really easy to move around. Also, you can do this: select chart, Euro CAD, and it'll switch me to the Euro CAD chart. Or I could just go select chart, Chief CAD, which he knows the wrong way around. But Strobot doesn't mind. The SignalTrader Forex trading system knows that it's actually CAD Chief and sorts it out for you. So that's basically it. So there we have there's some trend information up here. If you see this, so it's a bullish trend that's turning into a bearish trend, and that's a flat on the hourly. So you can see it's been quite flat, but the rest of it's bullish. So, but it has got signs of actually changing direction. Although at the moment we're looking for would you sell that? Of course not. Well, Strobot's looking to buy it at the right price when the risk reward's better. What it's 1/10 to 1/10 to ratio of 1/10 to 1. So we don't really want to take that trade at the moment. So here's another one. Again, same sort of story. Look, we're right at the bottom. It's come up here. It's bounced back down here. So we've got our first long target up here. There's a nice 111 pips target there. It's got a tiny stop of 16 pips. But we're not in the right place to take it yet, because at the moment the currency pairs, you look at these, you can see that just down here. You can see that that's a funny colour, isn't it? It's in yellow. So just here you can see the pairs are not crossing, they're going away from each other. In fact, this is divergent, so you can see that's going down, and Strobot, the currency pairs are both going up. That's not what we want to trade from. We only trade when these cross. So I suspect this will come back down before we get to take a long on it. So that's very good. So over here, and last thing over here I want to show you. This thing here, this is currency heat map. So it shows you right now what's strong and what's weak. So New Zealand dollar's strong. We've had a day of the yen being very strong, but now it's very weak at 26%. So these are like averages. So this shows me the euro against all the other currencies, all these major currencies, is 68%, which is quite strong. Sterling is 41%. CAD is 41%. You get the idea. So this shows you how strong in these two columns this is in a percentage. So again, we've just got some news coming in. So we could just go and look at the dollar CAD. So I'll just go CAD. So I don't have to worry about what order it's in. Okay, dollar CAD. There's an interesting target. It's looking for a short. You see the square brackets around the short. In fact, let's have a look. This is actually the robot. So the robot's told me it's going to go long on sterling Aussie. And it's the rest where it says possible. It says have a look at them. If you want to take them, that's cool. But I'm going long on sterling Aussie. Let's go and have a look at sterling Aussie. This was a trade yesterday that didn't go well because there was a big whipsaw on it. So Strobot's taking a trade on sterling Aussie. Just slipped over there. So yeah, that makes sense. So we're in a long. We're above the 50 period moving average. We've had this great long period, but it's generally going up. You can see the 200 period daily MA moving average is there. We've had a bit of a day of not going anywhere, but our target is here. So the target is 140 pips with an 80 pip stop. Okay, now the other thing the robot does is that when the market so the other thing the robot does is that when a trade gets into a certain place, so that the price is so much in profit, it'll move the stop inside the entry, so it'll actually protect you and actually run a trailing stop for you. If you want to do that, you can just configure that very easily through the second chart. Sorry about that. Through the second chart, so you can configure it in here. So you just go F7, and then you've got all your trades. There's a bit of a complaint there about it couldn't open a trade. I had to go and look at that. So here's the long. It's actually the robot's put the trade on. There's its stop there, and it's just an entry order at the moment. You can see that the price hasn't got there, so it's got to go 5 pips towards my order, and then it will be ready for the target. So that's that really. So SignalTrader trading system. I want to be a forextrader.com. Or strobot.co.uk, or dailyforextrader.me is the blog where I post stuff like this. That's it, really. Oh yes, one thing I was going to show you. which I'm going to show you now. The website. So all your trades, you can see these are robot trades. All your trades go on the website, and if the robot trades, it will just go pending. You can actually manually place the orders. Also, your robot settings are here because some of the processing is done by external servers, so that stops us. So some of the work is done externally. Anyway, that's that. I want to be at forextrader.com, dailyforextrader.me. If you've got any questions, please get in touch. There's a chat thing on the website. You can just talk to us. That's all. Have a great day.